Here we go, y'all. Here we fucking go. It is Wednesday, a day after we got that big press release from Hasbro, where they were talking about a Power Rangers universe. They was talking about 9 kid projects. And I was reading that, thinking to myself, what the heck happened that caused for them to have this shift in perspective? I know that us as older Power Ranger fans, we ain't really watching the new stuff too much. Unless they throw in a spicy cameo. Then I was like, hold on, wait. Power Rangers was built off of kids. Particularly us in the 90s. So I'm thinking like, hold the fuck up. Can't they go to kids nowadays for the support? And then I'm thinking, oh damn. Kids ain't watching this. And maybe the lack of viewership, the lack of big support down the road for Power Rangers has caused for the franchise to shift. And considering it's been the same ever since 1993, I consider that a fucking win. What's good, gang? Y'all know what it is, so check it, right? Alright, so we got a little bit we gotta talk about right now involving the Power Rangers franchise and the fact that it appears the franchise is going to grow. It's going to expand. They're trying to mirror the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, we know a lot of people over the years have tried to do that. DC is currently trending in the right direction. Shout out to Warner Brothers. Y'all finally got y'all shit together. And we know that there was supposed to be this entire dark universe with the Mummy and Frankenstein and Houdini and Spoongoolie and all that old shit. And it never fucking happened. Now, Hasbro has kind of dipped their feet into that water. And I'm saying it's a great idea. I think it could work. When you look at Power Rangers as an overall franchise, you have multiple dimensions with different Rangers, right? Dino Charge was an alternate dimension. RPM was an alternate dimension. You got Rangers from the future, Time Force, SPD. You have Dino teams. You have space teams. You have so much content within this entire bubble that you can make a universe out of it and expand in different directions. Not only with the story and the characters, but with how you distribute and promote the show. Now we're going to get into that a little bit later. But the main reason why Power Rangers had to shift is just because of what's going on in 2020. If you think about a child in the year 2020 compared to us watching Fox Kids in the 90s, it is a completely different world. There is so much content pulling at the mind of a child that Power Rangers had to evolve if it's going to be around any longer. Back when I was a kid, I hate to do this shit because it makes me feel old. Look, young blood, back in my day, hold on now, let me tell you a story. But back when I was a child, there wasn't this much content pulling at me. Dial-up internet, sbcglobal.net.
Well, we're waiting.
It was fucked up. There wasn't a Netflix. There wasn't YouTube, Twitch. Hell, I didn't even have cable. So there was no G4 TV and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. It was like Fox Kids, Kids WB. You got these Disney VHS tapes, and your parents might let you play the PlayStation 1. They might. They kind of don't like you playing those video games because when you do that, you have a habit of not doing what you gotta do. But maybe you can play the PS1. Nowadays, like, there's so much pulling at a child's interest that unless Power Rangers has good storytelling, like a Stranger Things, unless it has dynamic action, like Legend of Korra, unless it actually has real quality, consistent acting, a child ain't gonna watch it. These children are growing up watching the MCU. They're growing up watching DC films. They're growing up seeing quality acting, quality special effects. So this goo goo gaga, Teletubbies bullshit gotta go. And I'm glad that Hasbro finally realized this franchise has to grow and mature if it's going to be around any longer. Now, with that being said, back to what I stated earlier. Different ways the franchise could go. Different ways it could evolve. Now, when I said in my last video, fuck them kids. Fuck them! I meant it, but I also didn't mean it. I meant fuck them kids in terms of we're finally getting some content that's for us as adults. So fuck them kids. But then, on the flip side, I remember being a child myself and loving Power Rangers, and children should still have that opportunity to get attached to the franchise. What they could do, and what I'm hoping that Hasbro will do, is kind of keep a section of Power Rangers on television strictly for kids. I'm talking about the Nickelodeon flavor. I'm talking about having the cringy ass Beast Bots from Beast Morphers. I'm talking about the Animarium. I'm talking about your boy Goosey. I'm talking about that dumb shit. Have some of that for the young children to grow and attach to the franchise. Then you can have something that's web series related, that's on the production level of Bat in the Sun, because those Power Ranger fights, those Power Ranger suits effects from Bat in the Sun look absolutely beautiful. You can have something on that level that's a web series, okay? That you get some OG Rangers, maybe some new characters, and you throw them in there. It's Power Rangers like it was in the 90s, but it's more mature for those people being adults. And then on the streaming side, this is where this shit really gets mature. This is for the adults. Fuck them kids.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
This is for us to actually attach to. When you get to the Netflix Power Rangers, it ain't even called Power Rangers. It's called Survivors of the Grid, or the original Morphing Grid, or some shit. It's called something completely different. And on there, you have more maturity. You have a lot more violence. You have some stronger language. I'm not saying it's gotta quite be Marvel Netflix, because Marvel Netflix, you know, had some shit. Some of the sex scenes a little bit extra. I don't need Luke Cage breaking Jessica Jones in half. I don't need that. It's a little uncomfortable. You feel me? I was watching that shit with my mom. Didn't like that shit. You don't have to actually go to that extreme where the Red Ranger is fighting people that has children in sex trafficking, like Daredevil. You ain't gotta do that. But it could definitely be something mature, non-children for us adults. That's the way I would go about distributing this universe. Attacking all angles of the potential audience, but with different ways. Just like the MCU. You had your MCU shows that were dedicated to children. You had your Cloak and Dagger that was a teenage show. You had your Runaways that was a teenage/kids show. You had Marvel Netflix that was really for fucking adults, because there was some extreme shit going on. And then you had the MCU that combined elements of all of that for the entire audience. The Power Rangers web series could be targeted towards all audiences, with the Netflix thing being for mature audiences. I love the potential direction Hasbro can go with this. Because I'm so over the fucking Dragon Tales. I don't want to talk about Wheezy. I don't want to talk about Daphne.
Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
None of that fucking shit, man. You know the 2 kids are better than one. Fuck that shit, man. I'm so glad the Power Rangers is advancing. It's giving us content as fans from the past, something to watch, something to look forward to. Because after watching that Dino Fury trailer, there were a lot of people that were like, yeah, I'm not watching it. Why do I have a reason to watch that? You advertise new morphers, okay, every season has that. Then you talk about Zords, okay, every season has that. Powers, okay, every season has that. It was a big ass Happy Meal ad. Right? I was waiting for the fucking Bandai symbol to pop up in the corner like it does for episodes of Kamen Rider. I was waiting for that shit. It didn't happen, but I was thinking it was gonna happen. So Power Rangers is advancing. They're getting ready to build an actual universe, and it had to change, and it is. Anyway, it's been weird, but it's been real. Nigga, I felt like Arthur when I heard that announcement. I went outside. When you're walking down the street, nigga, I was lit. And I said, hey, nigga, ooh, shit. Put a smile on my face. All right, y'all. I'm too hyped up. It's 2:30 a.m. A player needs to go to sleep. Get out of here, bitch.
Yeah, I'm so fly, but you knew though. Like to mix it up, my different items like Menudo. Don't force a nigga, I'm the nigga strange like I'm Hugo. Your mama check a nigga, watch a rollie or a Hugh blow. Like it really matters, I came with 4 seasons. They think a lot about my cars, like my new Beamer. Your girl dipping in my seats, you should probably leave her. Nerd nigga with the glasses and the short season.